This video is going to show you how to use models to divide a whole number by a fraction. Okay, so in this case I want to divide 4, which is my whole number, by my fraction, which is 3/4. And what really the question is asking me is how many times can I pull out 3/4 from 4? Okay, so I'm going to start off by modeling my 4 wholes. And I'm going to do this using apples. Okay, so I'm going to draw 4 whole apples. So there's apple number 1, apple number 2, apple number 3, and apple number 4. Okay, so that represents my 4 whole apples. Now I want to be able to pull out groups of 3/4. So what that means is I'm going to have to split my apples into quarters. Okay, I'm going to split it based on my denominator here. My denominator is 4. So each apple is going to be split into 4 because my denominator was 4. Now that my apples are split into 4s, I can start pulling out my groups of 3/4, because remember I'm looking to find out how many times 3/4 comes out of 4. So let's start grouping off my 3/4. Okay, so I've got, let's count them off. We got 1/4, 2/4, 3/4. So that's one time I've pulled it out. Let's do it again. We've got 1/4, 2/4, 3/4. Pulled it out again. We've got 1/4, 2/4, 3/4. Pull that out again. 1/4, 2/4, 3/4. And go 1/4, 2/4, 3/4. Okay, and now you see that I've got this last piece here, so we'll deal with that after. So far I know that I pulled out 3/4 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. So I've got 5 wholes, but I'm left with this one piece. Now remember, to make a whole, or what I'm looking for is 3/4, but instead of 3, I've got 1 of the 3. So that means I'm left with 1/3, okay, because I would have needed 2 more pieces to get my third here. Okay, so I've got 1 left over of the possible third. Right there would have been my third. So I'm left with 5 1/3. Now I can check to see if my answer is correct by multiplying by the reciprocal. So I've got 4, which is the same as 4/1, times my reciprocal of 3/4 is 4/3, because my denominator becomes my numerator, and my numerator becomes my denominator when I'm finding reciprocal. Now I can just multiply it out. So I've got 4 times 4, that gives me 16. 1 times 3 gives me 3. And now I'm going to simplify. Okay, so I know 3 comes out of 16 5 times, because 3 times 5 is 15, and I'm left with 1/3. So you see how it's the same? Okay, so I could use models to figure this out, or I can use my regular division by multiplying by the reciprocal.